Hello and welcome back to another video about The Walking Dead Season 11, and today we'll be discussing the CRM and the Commonwealth, because Scott Gimple very recently decided to talk about the Commonwealth and the CRM and how they know of each other and that they are connected. So let's unpack this box we just got and look into it. So the first thing I do want to talk about is how do these two, I'm going to say, superpowers know of each other. And I think the Commonwealth has some sort of agreement with the CRM, like that little town outside the facility in World Beyond has. I feel like that's what they got, and the CRM just kind of go, okay, you can't deal with us and we can't deal with you. And I feel like that is the agreement they got. I don't think they are some sort of rival in powers, because we've seen the CRM take on a community that's double the size of the Commonwealth and easily take it out in one day, okay, with walkers. And if you do a manpower, the CRM has 200,000 people, the Commonwealth only has 50,000, okay? So I don't think it's a rivalry at all between these two people, because the CRM would have destroyed the Commonwealth by now, okay? So I think that this is a deal between the CRM and the Commonwealth that only the upper highs, like people like Pamela, would know about. So maybe Pamela has to do things for the Commonwealth that no one knows about. Like, you know how Ezekiel, when he was under the Saviors' rule, he took things out of the kingdom and gave it to the Saviors, so the people in the kingdom didn't know. Maybe this is the same with Pamela, and maybe this is why Lance wants to find so many more communities, so we can grow the size, so we can be bigger and they could threaten the CRM with people eventually. And that's why we saw in the trailer, like, Mercer trying to train people like Daryl and Rosita to become soldiers, because they need soldiers. And even in the episodes, you see them having propaganda for people to join the army. So maybe Lance and Pamela are trying to build up for a war against the CRM, because they don't have enough people, and they've got some sort of deal with the CRM's like, we need this, this and this, and the Commonwealth can't do it anymore. So that could be the whole thing of the Commonwealth. Their secret underbelly is that they are literally a vassal to the CRM. And maybe the CRM are not as big as we think they are anymore. Like, come on, World Beyond takes place 2 years before. Maybe the Rick movies and the events of World Beyond halves the amount of people that are in the Commonwealth. Maybe it's only 100,000. Maybe it's maybe 70k. Maybe it's not even 100,000. Maybe it's like close to the Commonwealth size. So maybe the Commonwealth has a chance to fight the CRM. And I think now that these two have been confirmed to know of each other and be connected, this must mean that maybe in the third or second Rick Grimes movie, we have the Commonwealth versus the CRM. Maybe after the events of Season 11. And when Maggie takes her comic ending of becoming the governor of the Commonwealth, she finds out about the CRM. And maybe finds out about Rick in that way. And she goes to war with them. She tells everyone, and they go to war because they find out the CRM have Rick. And maybe that's how everyone on the show finds out about Rick. Not through Virgil or Judith. Maybe they find a bit about that, but maybe they find out where Rick is through the Commonwealth. And this whole war happens between episode 23 and 24. So when we hit 24, there's a big time jump, and maybe we can get the Rick statue then, because Rick is a hero who took down the CRM and freed the Commonwealth. So maybe that is how they're going to do it. I feel like that could be really good for a final movie, and Rick could die off in the final movie, taking down the CRM to save the Commonwealth maybe. But to remember, this is what I think could happen. This could literally mean nothing. This could literally be a throwaway thing in the episodes like, oh, the CRM, and we just get a few shots of them in the Commonwealth and that's it. That could be literally it. This is The Walking Dead, okay, and this is Scott Gimple, and this is Angela Chang. 3 things that I cannot trust 100%, okay? So maybe this means nothing, but I think connecting these two factions means there's going to be a war in one of the movies, and it makes sense. You can't have 2 massive factions, and everything in the Walking Dead universe is meant to connect to the CRM. Connecting the Commonwealth to the CRM makes sense, because how else would they fight the CRM as a small band of people? You get the biggest community that is not the CRM, the Commonwealth, and use them to fight. It makes complete sense to have these two eventually fight. But what do you think about this news? Do you think it means nothing? Do you think it means something? Do you think the Commonwealth versus the CRM would be one of the Rick Grimes movies? Please tell me. I'd like to know, and I'll talk to you guys later. So peace out, see you later, and check the screen for any more videos if you want some. I'll talk to you tomorrow.